Hey Phoenixes, Daniela of ReDesign Your Life here outside, finally planting some of the veggies and enjoying this lovely overcast day despite some of the construction noise that you might be able to hear. Today I'd like to tell you a little story that really hits the nail on the head about enjoying our time here in life and maybe even some tips on breaking these patterns. Through college, my best friend, her father, was a very tough man with a very tough life. The blood of the warriors ran through his veins. He studied hard, he worked hard, he became a highly successful engineer. His personal relationships, however, were a little disastrous because he was extremely difficult and rigid. I believe that my friend's father died of cancer much earlier than he should have because while forging ahead, he forgot to have fun, right? In spite of the conventional and overly mentalized approach to life, he did love art, and if he were still alive today, I think I'd give him the counsel to carve out some of that time for art class, just for the fun of it. His life, I feel, would have been so much lighter had he given himself the joy of a creative endeavor. You know, I often recommend to my clients to further explore their self-expression in some way, opening those creative gates. It's not only super therapeutic, as digging out here in the dirt is, by giving your mind a focus, but it also connects you with that divine feminine within that holds the power to shape this life that you want. And above all, it's fun. Joy comes from the spiritual layer of our soul and helps you transcend this mind, this naysayer that turns everything into too serious, heavy, or nasty. And since the naysayer wants to remain in control, the ego creates resistance when you're enjoying yourself, especially if you're enjoying something by yourself, for yourself. It doesn't want you to experience that, so it creates some drama to taint your reality, to bring your thoughts back, to question your choices, reminds you of physical symptoms that you're suffering, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. Life sometimes, resembles this roller coaster, but if you have something to connect yourself to, then you don't feel like you're floating so much in space, trying to grab onto everything, relationships, addictions, material stuff. All kinds of, poor coping mechanisms. Having a hobby puts you in the zone, and that really, really enables you to engage all of your physical and non-physical senses, because you want to anchor yourself in yourself and not in external stuff around you. And it does take discipline and energy to invest into that creative endeavor. But if you can center yourself, you can also transfer those feelings of joy that it brings you in those activities into other areas of your life in general. So then that way you also learn, if you can learn how to feel what it feels like when you're having fun. You have a compass now that you know whether or not your ego mind is trying to tell you something or regain control, or if you're actually having fun, or if you're not. How do you tell the difference? Well, like I said, it comes from that experience, that ongoing trial and error of trying new and different things, different hobbies. And some of these things are going to bring up triggered old experiences that may try and keep you from enjoying this new hobby. And just because you're experiencing some discomfort, I don't want you to make that your ultimate sort of telltale sign that this is not for you, because the ego mind knows you better than you know yourself, and so it will endeavor to make things uncomfortable for you that cause growth, because it wants to keep you stuck. That's its goal, is to keep you stuck in the past, repeating the same patterns that shaped it when you were a child. So if you can find something new to do that's fun, no matter what the circumstances are, that makes you in charge and not the ego. So that is very liberating, And the truth is that it's all about where your attitude is and your awareness. Doing things even just like this, like gardening and drawing, they have a meditation, like trance and energy that we can bring to that moment, that really helps us know, again, what it feels like to feel at peace and feel calm and feel happy, even when life's going a little crazy boo-boo. So, when you develop that creative self-discipline, you can, have those meditative states anytime almost. They come so much quicker and easier because your ego mind is fighting less because you've practiced it. You've done activities that you engage yourself in, that you meditate in, and that working physically and meditating at the same time allows you to bring that into every aspect of your life. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. This has been Daniela of Redesigning Your Life, and I will see you next time.